Hey y'all, this is part 2 of my head to toe feminine hygiene routine. Hope you enjoy. Now another thing about the shower gel or when you're washing your body, I prefer to use shower gels that are not the thick, white, creamy kind. The reason why is because the really thick soap also leaves soap scum, and you really don't want to deal with that. You leave soap scum in your shower. It also leaves soap scum on your body, and that's what the bacteria thrive on, and it tends to cause more odor. I like to use the clear kind because you don't have to clean your shower or your tub as often, and it doesn't hold as much odor is what I find. Now going back to the yoni, one way to keep odor down is to do some landscaping. Yes, so do some landscaping. You don't have to do anything fancy. You don't have to spend a lot of money, but I'm just telling you, of course you can, I wouldn't use a razor because you can get razor bumps and you don't want that mess. You don't want to deal with that. You can use cream hair removal. You can definitely use waxing, and I've tried waxing before, and actually I liked it. I really did, and I just don't want to keep up, one more thing I have to do and one more thing I have to spend money on when I can just do something at the house. And this is what I choose. I use wall trimmers. These are wall trimmers. And you can just trim the hedges. You don't want your hedges falling out onto the sidewalk. You want to make sure things are trimmed. And like I said, you don't have to do anything special. You just want to keep things down. And you can use this just to trim the whole thing. But I really do like this. It's rechargeable. And I think it's about $15. And I think you can get this at Walmart as well. Another thing that sometimes we as women have imbalances. I know that when I have taken antibiotics, if I don't take acidophilus along with the antibiotic, I will get a yeast infection. Every time, it just happens every single time. And so we don't want that. And also I've dealt with other imbalances, yoni imbalances. And I found that I wanted something more natural. I don't want to have to every time go to the doctor and get antibiotics because it's really not good for our bodies. So this is what I use to help with my yoni pH. It's called pH Harmony. And it's about, probably about $11 a bottle, something like that. I get it off of Amazon. And they're boric acid capsules. And my body's able to tolerate it. And it really has helped with yoni imbalance / odor. Or for other women, I've read a lot of their reviews, and some women deal with itchiness or other situations, yeast infections. So it's something that you may want to try. Another thing, when you're in the shower, with helping with odor, you want to use a razor to shave under your arms. Also shave your toe hair and your legs, okay? When I was a school counselor, I was reading this story about a witch. I was reading a story to some kindergartners. It was about a witch, and she would take her comb and she would comb the hair on her toes. And one of my kids said, Miss, my mama has hair on her toes. I said, shh, it's okay. No, she does. She really does. She has hair on her toes. And I had to laugh at that. I thought that was so funny. But if you have hair on your toes, which most people do, just shave it off with your razor. You also might have a little hair under your belly button on your tummy area. You shave that off as well. And some people, some people don't mind it, and that's fine. This is just for the people who it's for, okay? Now, if you're a heavy lady, let's say you're heavy and you have several rolls, I would suggest that to help with odor. I remember I was working with a lady, and she and I were talking about feminine hygiene and what we do, and I was just talking about coconut oil, and I was talking about, at the time I wasn't using castor oil, but I was talking about how coconut oil has antibacterial, anti-parasitic, all these anti-everything. It's really good for infections and things and bacteria. And so I was telling her about how I used it under my arms and on my yoni area, and she was saying, well, maybe I could use it on my body. I said, absolutely, you can use it on your body. So I brought her some because she didn't have any. So I brought her some, and she put this under all of her folds and her rolls because she was really embarrassed. And she said, you know, she was never sure if people could smell her, if she had an odor. She wasn't really sure. And so that really made her feel insecure. And so she would rub that coconut oil all around her body, all the folds, everywhere, thighs, everywhere. And she said it really, really did help. So if you have that issue, coconut oil may be your best friend. Or you might want to try castor oil. Another thing, some ladies are really, really, really extra hairy. And if you have a lot of hair growing everywhere, maybe you have hair growing on your nipples, you can take tweezers and pluck those, or you can go to electrolysis and get that removed as well. So, or, you know, however you want to take care of it, shave it, whatever. But, you know, if it were me, I would just go ahead and get it permanently removed. Now, for moisturizing the body, this is what I like to use, the Everyone lotion. And this Everyone lotion is for your face, your body, and your hands. And so it's a really light, it's a very light and creamy lotion, and it's easy to absorb, and I really like it. It doesn't have a lot of, you know, artificial stuff in it, and it comes in a really, really, really big bottle. So I really like to buy this. It's not overwhelming if you can't tolerate, you know, heavy scents. I really like this Everyone lotion, and I use it every day. I use it on my whole body. I use it on my elbows, and those are some things that we can forget sometimes, our elbows and our knees. And now it's time to talk about our feet and our hands. I have a couple of videos on my channel about how I care for my feet and my hands, how I give myself pedicures and manicures, but most of the time I don't have anything on my fingers. Most of the time I just keep my nails just like they are today. And as you can see, they're clean. And as you can see, my nails are the same length. And that's part of hygiene and grooming. And so I just like to keep everything the same. If they grow out long, fine, they need to all be long. If I have polish on, it all needs to have polish on them. If not, if one is chipping or one has come off, then I just take them off the same day. I don't run around town with chipped fingernail polish. So you make sure that you take that off. As soon as they start chipping, just go ahead and take it. As far as my feet is concerned, I haven't gone to get my feet professionally pedicured in, maybe it's been 6 or 7 years. I was dating this guy, and his mother was telling me how his father's feet were so dry and so cracked, and she told me about this lotion, Eucerin Advanced Repair Foot Cream. Y'all, no lie, this is the truth. When I tell you that I have not used a pumice stone on my feet in 6 years or so, and my feet are baby soft because of this lotion, and because I exfoliate with a rag in the shower. When I tell you, I don't, you know, it's almost like they use the pumice stone to disrupt the skin under your feet, so that then when it grows back, you have to get it shaved off again. You have to keep on going back and forth to the salon. Well, if you stop doing that, guess what? You won't have the prickly feet like you would if you were going to the salon. So just a tip, they might be doing a trick on us. And here's another thing. Most of us really, really, really like to smell good. And I have this Pacifica. This is a Vanilla Island perfume that I use. I try to use natural perfumes and body oils on my body. And so I use this, and I have others that I use as well. But just when you do use something, just make sure that you don't put on too much. Like people will wear regular cologne or perfume and spray 6 or 7 times, spray their body, and it is just overwhelming. You know what? We have pheromones, our natural scents in our body that each of us has. And that is part of attraction, and you want people to smell that as well. And it might not be conscious, but if you choke your body with all these lotions and chemicals, and then people won't be able to smell your natural smell, your natural essence coming through your perfume. So just make sure you use just enough where people can smell it, but that your own essence can come through. Oh, one more thing, mouthwash. I use black seed oil. I use black seed oil for my mouthwash. Sometimes I use 1 part peroxide, 1 part water, or I use 1 part black seed oil, 1 part water. And I use this as my mouthwash instead of having to go to the store to get yet another product that I can only use for one thing. Whereas I use my black seed oil for my acne. I use black seed oil for if I got, you know, an infection or a bug bite. I use it for so many different things. So I try to buy things that I can have more than one use for. But I really want to thank you so much for watching this video. I just really hope that this helps in some way. Don't be afraid to ask any question. There's no crazy or stupid question. And if I can answer, I certainly will do that. I hope that you have a most wonderful day. And again, thanks again for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you like this content. And remember, always live your life with spirit. Love you. Bye-bye now.